Hey friends, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Shantel, and today's video is going to be a declutter my shelves with me / book unhaul. This is Bookmas day 7, which is crazy. It's already been a week. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So without further ado, let's get right into it because there are quite a few books to unhaul. These are my red shelves, so everything on here is red in its entirety. They are color coded to match my reading the rainbow prompts, so I still was doing those, but yeah, I'm just going to go through all of them and pick out the ones that I don't love or will never reread or I want to give to either friends, family, coworkers to basically oh, here's me trying to be aesthetic and move them all at once, but there we go. Good job, Chantel. Yeah, I'm just going to be giving them away. Some of them I probably will try to sell on my Pango, but yeah, this is it. The first one I have is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain and Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. These two books were, I believe, like $1 or $2 from Walmart a few years back. I picked them up just because I had never read the original versions and I haven't gotten the original versions yet, but I need to because I just felt like these kind of left out so much of the story. You kind of want the older English, a little more gritty narrative of the original books. So these weren't my favorite. They weren't awful, but I would like the original versions probably more. So these will go to a kids' library. Next up is the first 4 books in the Dream Harbor series. I still have the 5th book to read, which is the Gingerbread something or other. It's Annie and Mac's story. I probably will wait to finish that book before I fully take these off my shelves, just so I can either sell them or give them all away as a set. But yeah, I pretty much only liked the Pumpkin Spice Cafe in its entirety, and then the rest of the books were just not good. This was actually a DNF. I did not like this book whatsoever. The Christmas Tree Farm and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, just, I don't know. The two main characters really annoyed me, and I felt like the Christmas Tree Farm female main character was insufferable, and I actually really didn't like her at all. So yeah, these are just gonna go. The next one is Zamram Calm. This is by Olivia Dade, and it's such a cute like little tabs on here. And I'm sad that I didn't like this book as much as I was hoping I would, because I have so many cute like little highlights in here and fun little annotations, but overall the book itself was not a great read. I just kind of felt like the chemistry was a little forced. It was a little too just, oh, you're a vampire, therefore you have to be sexy kind of thing. And I don't know. I would have liked a little bit more substance to the male main character besides him just being like a good looking guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is an unhaul. I'll probably put it in a free little library. And if someone doesn't mind the annotations, then great. Then we have Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. This one's also tabbed. I went through a span where I tabbed like everything I read, and this one actually has actual annotations, like written annotations in this one too. And it has like this in the front cover with them coded and stuff, so I won't obviously sell it. I did like this book when I read it. I just am never going to reread it again. And it's not like my Lunar Chronicles from Marissa Meyer that I am very nostalgic over, because that was one of my favorite series as a teenager. Like this book, I'm just like, I'm not going to reread it. It served its purpose, and someone else can read it and love it and think it is super cute too. Then we have Tweet's Cute, and Falling Like Leaves. This is by Misty Wilson. This one is by Emma Lord. These both were okay. I really actually didn't like this one. I say that, I didn't finish it. I DNF'd it, but someone else can love it. I probably will sell this one on Pango just because it's pretty much in like new condition. I barely read anything in it. And then Tweet Cute. This one's a little bit older. I don't know if it is popular whatsoever, but yeah, it was cute for what it was, but I'm never gonna reread it. And I'm kind of out of YA phase of reading. Um, they don't necessarily float my boat as much anymore. So yeah, someone else would love them and be very happy. Then we have You Between the Lines is by Katie Naiman, and I being up this book. I think it was like 30 pages or less, and I don't like misandry just as much as I don't like misogyny. So yeah, I just really couldn't get over the author constantly being like, oh, those white men, those old white men. I'm like, girl, take a breath, okay? Please, please just take a breath. And yeah, like I can deal with an insufferable main character, but if her whole personality is that um, she just kind of hates men or hates only one kind of category of men, I'm like, ooh, okay. But you're putting things into stereotype, like you're stereotyping and profiling, and that's not good either. So, plus I read on reviews that she doesn't really change much in the book, even though she supposedly goes to therapy. And she's also, sorry if you love her, it's not necessarily a bash on you, but she also is a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I guess there's like lots of pop references in here, and I'm just not that girly. So it was just kind of a no thank you kind of thing. So I'm glad that this was very cheap on Amazon, and I probably won't um, uh, try to read any more from her. Also, I wish I would have noticed this when I first got it, but like this whole thing is really printed crooked on here, so it's not even a good copy of this book, and it's blurred by two authors I've never heard of, so should have known. Then we have The Deal. The only reason I'm getting rid of this edition is because I have a cuter edition that doesn't have a woman on the cover, like kneeling weird. So yeah, just got a different cover because I don't like people on the covers, and I just thought that this one was kind of strange cover. Then I'm getting rid of Behooved. This is by M. Stevenson. I hated this book. I actually went back on my rating of original like 2.5 stars or whatever I gave it and lowered it down to a 1 star because every time I think about this book, I just feel rage because it was such a bad story and it literally had gaping plot holes in it and loose ends and forced other women drama that didn't even make sense. And there's just a slew of things that were very just could have been fixed in the editing process. I don't understand why this book was released in the state that it's in when it has that, if it is marketed as standalone. If it was a duology, then I could totally understand. But they're like, oh yes, this is a standalone, there's not going to be another book. And then we have your ending, which you did have, and it just makes sense. So she's going. Then we have Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I really, really wanted to love Spinning a Silver. Unfortunately, I just could not get into it. Therefore, I'm not even going to try with Uprooted. I think I'm just going to let her go. And someone else who likes this writing style and this way of storytelling will love this book and be so happy they found it in a little library. So I don't feel too bad. But yeah, I don't think Naomi Novik's style, at least for like these books. I haven't tried A Deadly Education. Maybe I'll like it. I just don't really think that her fairy tale aspects, so to speak, are for me. Then we have Just My Type. This is by Fallon Ballard. I liked this book well enough when I first read it. I actually did end up tabbing it, as you can see. I forget the rating I gave this one, but it was a pretty good rating. I think it was at least a 4 stars. But yeah, I'm just not gonna reread it, you know. And it's one of those things where it's like it was good, it was cute for what it was, but there's so many other books that are kind of similar to this. I don't necessarily need to reread this one. So I'll pass it on to someone who also love it. And then for Back in the Burbs by Tracy Wolff and Avery Flynn, I have decided that I'm not the biggest Tracy Wolff fan when it comes to like, her writing and stuff. I actually DNF'd all of her Crave series and stuff. I only read the first book, but yeah, just I don't know. And then there's I don't know if it's true or not, but the whole like AI stuff or plagiarism stuff. I'm like, ugh, I don't know. So yeah, I already read it once before. I'm not gonna read it again. It was good, I guess. I don't even remember what I rated it. I think I rated this one 3 stars as well. Um, so it wasn't necessarily spectacular, so I'm not gonna reread it. Then we have Cat Among the Pigeons by Agatha Christie. I've actually read this book twice. I'm not going to reread it just because I know the story pretty well because I read it twice, and someone else will love it. I might even just like give it to my parents and maybe they'll want to read it, or a friend or something. It is kind of an older copy. Some of the pages are starting to get a little loose in the binding. So yeah, it's very worn. It's very beloved. Someone else will love it, as I keep on saying. Then we have House Across the Lake. This was a 5-star read for me, and I really, really like Riley Sager. They can be hit or miss, some of their books, but overall, I really like his writing. So, yeah, I'm just not going to read this again because it's a thriller. I already know what happens, so I'm going to give it to someone. They'll love it. I might actually give this to my coworker because she's a really, really big thriller fan, so I think she'll really, really like this one. Last but not least, we have One by One and Ward D by Free McFadden. I really enjoy Free McFadden's books. I say that, but she's also kind of hit or miss for me as well. Only because uh, some of her books I feel like are kind of regurgitated, but these 2 books I did really, really love. I gave both of them 5 stars. I'm just going to give them to my coworker who really, really likes thrillers so she can enjoy them because they don't necessarily need just to sit on my shelves forever and ever. So, yeah, I think that sharing the love, so to speak, when it comes to books is always a good thing. So, let's count how many books that I am unhauling and see how good we're doing. Okay, I unhauled 20 books, which is pretty good. Mind you, they're all read or DNF'd books, but I think that's overall a decent start. I haven't gone through my need to read shelves or my TBR shelves in a little bit. There's some books where I'm kind of like, will I ever read this? I don't know. So I'm going to probably do that in an actual reading vlog and go through them a little bit more in depthly. But yeah, this is the books that I'm hauling from my red shelf, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for Bookmas Day 8. I'm so excited. Thanks for watching. Bye.